I'm gonna do a little update here. Now, what I had done, I had a bunch of divisions that I was doing. So I had grabbed some of this Lysomachia. This is more of a floral variety of other Lysomachias. Like I have this might be right here somewhere. I have a different type that's less floral, but it has a reddish hue to the leaf. So they're kind of cool. And I know that the one with the reddish hue, it grows in full shade. And actually, this is a Lysomachia as well. And it's a very different Lysomachia. And we don't want Karens to kill them, because all three of them, any Lysomachia, they're going to kill. Because Karens kill everything for whatever excuse they can come up, because they're really just killing humanity, killing truth, servicing evil for evil's sake. And that's not an exaggeration as to what these people are doing. I've had hundreds of gardens, literally hundreds and hundreds of gardens. I can detail their locations and number count, and I've had thousands of Karens and endless stories of lying, manipulative, evil people who are very evil, very manipulative. But so here's someone had some hostas, and I hope I can take them, because they were in a little pot on the curbside, and there was two houses nearby which I had spoken to the homeowners, and we are doing like a plant exchange. So they left something in a pot for me to pick up, and I left plants in the spot, and we exchanged. And this person, I didn't see them, but I saw that this was there for a few days, and I didn't want to bake in the sun for another day, and I just grabbed it. When I saw the person earlier, she said hello, and I didn't stop to say anything. And she looked like she wanted to say hello. So that I saw this afterwards, I think she might have talked with her neighbors and said, "Hey, we're having a little plant exchange with the this guy." So hopefully it's okay. If not, I can always I'm gonna eventually speak with her. But I'm happy that I got them, because we got a good amount of them. This is a very ridged leaf hosta. It's gonna look good. These came out pretty good. So I did with like just one little rootlet division off. They came out pretty good. So they're like that. I directly planted them into the ground, and they're doing pretty good. So I think over here is probably the best conditions. And the conditions here were, this is like a raised area. So everywhere else is like a dug down area, and the aeration is not as good. Here's better aeration, and that's why they're bigger. They're doing pretty good. So we got a good number of them. And so they essentially all took, and they're rapidly growing, because if a little tiny root, we got a good amount of hostas coming in. And I have others in pots, and interesting, they're the same variety. In the pots, they got a yellow hue, and they have a different leaf shaping to the ones that are direct. This is the same plant, it just has a different root composition, soil composition, and these roots are a little bit bundled too. That's an effect as well. I have these asters, which I like. We have violas, the sedum, which is good. That's off a cutting in 1 year. It's coming up that way. So next year, hopefully, it'll come up a little bit bigger than this when it's directly sown. And I'm gonna kind of add more sedums. I wish I had more sedums, but I do not, unfortunately. But I want to point this out. I think this is a Peruvian tomato, not an actual tomato, but I think that's what this is. It's a thorny nightshade. And like nightshades, potatoes, and eggplants, they're all very similar. Tomatoes, peppers, very, very similar plants. And I think this one actually designates as a Peruvian tomato. It's got these little strange smelling inedible fruit that are yellow. And to germinate the seeds, I'm pretty sure they have to get digested by an animal, and they have to be pooped out. Otherwise, they don't really germinate. That's what I said. I planted a whole bunch of the berries. Didn't really get anything off of them. something could eat them and I don't know necessarily they have to be eaten, but anyway, I had pulled them and I had left them in the hot dryness for like maybe 3 days, and they looked completely shriveled up and done. They look completely shriveled up and done, and here they're looking healthy, which is good. Now, just watering them alone wouldn't have done that. It had to be rain. We have to have that rain weather, that moisture and nitrogen in the air. That's how these things are all doing well. That was my point of the video, was to really recognize that the aeration moisture is so plant invigorating. So these cuttings are doing very well because we had that weather, and which I'm happy. Even this is a profuse vervain, which went through the same thing. They were complete. I'm going to move them too. I'm going to move them to the hot sun, because I had transplanted them a little while ago, and they were completely shriveled up, looked dead as dead. And that they survived at all is because of the moisture in the air. If it was just me watering them and leaving it in here, I don't think they would be. They might. I tried, but it was just the fantastic weather we had, and I don't want to put it into hot direct sun quite yet. They're very difficult. Now with the profuse vervain, first of all vervains are on the Karen target list, but particularly profuse vervain. They really disgust. They hate it. Why they hate it? Because they're just Karens. It goes with everything. Comfrey. This is the Lysomachia I was talking about. Lysomachia. Here's a vervain. They hate everything because they're just evil people. Look at this parsley. That's a nice looking, healthy parsley. It's naturalized. It's like planted by seed. He found his niche. These are important to grow in the garden. These are really important to grow, and they're on the list too. The Karens don't want parsley growing anywhere. They see parsley, they try to eradicate it here. All these plants, really. This is a self-heal. I love self-heal. It looks great. I like it. We have good amount of self-heal growing. There's some right there. Really important to incorporate in the garden. It's on their list. I know that I've had many gardens with a self-heal, and as soon as they identify, that has to go, and it's like, no discussion. They act on it. They remove it. They get it. It's gone. Another one is mint. Look at this mint with ladybug. Ladybug on their list. They don't. Such a lovely plant. Mint is so essential to the garden, and these plants are not difficult to manage. Gardeners can manage them. There are plants that are difficult to manage. I will give you an example of a difficult plant is yellow dock. Here it is. Now I'm managing it. So had I not touched this, it would be a big leafy mess. Everything would be smothering the ground. I'm just ganking the leaves off of it for now. And then later I'm going to uproot it. I don't want to uproot it too early. I have a lot of other work that I'm doing, so it's difficult, but they're kind of difficult to get, because if I just wanted to go and uproot it, I would fail, and they would just keep growing back, and then it would split. You get 2, then 3, and you're really kind of just doing a lot of work and not really getting anywhere. I want to remove it completely, and those are difficult, I would say, and because also when they seed, they also seed profusely, and they continuously. But they're not too difficult to work with. And this is a good one. We don't want to eradicate it. We work with it. It helps make things easier. It's avens, the wood avens. They look lovely. I like they're like a strawberry. They're related to strawberries. But we have some catnip. Again, targeted. Everything's targeted. You really can't. Nothing isn't targeted. Artemis. Yeah, Artemis is targeted. Artemis. Oh my gosh, Artemis! You gotta get rid of it. Like mugwort. They'll leave the mugwort alone, but they target Artemis because of mugwort. Mugwort's like, oh, it's not. But they'll leave the mugwort alone. But any other Artemis, they will get it. There's a wormwood. We've got some, and they don't like worm. They want to get rid of it. Gotta get it. Most normal people, sane people, they appreciate these plants, but Karens they're the purpose of evil. That's really what they are. They're there for evil's sake, and they're not intending to be undone. They want to be here for the final brutal vanquishing of humanity. That's actually what they're trying to do.